Welcome back to our perpetual calendar project, our 4-day project. Today is day 2, and let's just go through here. We've done all of the planning yesterday, the calendar size, the materials to use, the glue choices, and the decorative elements. So let's move on to day 2. What we're going to do is we're going to prep things in a certain order, and the reason we do it in a certain order is so your desktop or your canvas doesn't get overly crowded when we go to add different things on. You're doing things one at a time, and that takes care of it. So let's head over into Design Space, and there we are. We're going to start a new project today, and we're going to upload, and I have a lot of files you're going to upload. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there are 8, 9 pieces, but we're not going to upload them into Design Space all at the same time. What I want you to do is start with this one that has the numbers on it. It's a perpetual calendar spinner spaces. And I'm just going to click on it. I'm going to add it to the canvas. Now it came in black, and the reason it came in black is because the letters inside of it are all black. So all you see is the black. But instead of making it black, we're going to change that material to white so that you can see everything that's inside here. And I'm going over to the layers panel here, and you'll see all the different parts and pieces here. So you don't have to worry too much about it. I'm going to click on this one, and of course that is the days of the week, and I think I can rename it here. It's not letting me rename it, but you could rename them down here in the layers panel if you needed to. So I'm not too worried about that, but we have all the things taken apart here, and when it cuts on your Cricut, we have everything in place. The biggest problem you're going to run into here is the fact that things are not attached, so we have to work at them one at a time. So if I take this basic cut, that is the center. I am just going to hide it in the layers panel to start. And then we're going to come to this piece, which is the Monday to Sunday. We're going to leave that alone. Now I've got another one here, and that comes up with the October. I'm going to hide that. And then we have another piece inside here, and it is the inner circle, and we don't need that one right now. And then we have the perpetual calendar, the numbers, I'm going to hide them as well. So we've got a lot of things hidden. So we have the date appearing here, but there's another group down below. So I'm going to click on this top one, and you'll see it's an outer circle. I don't need to see that one right now. And we have another one right here, and we don't need to see that either. So now we're left with the Monday through Sunday. So what I want to do here is, of course, attach all of these things together. Now the reason we have them together like this, and it just makes it easier for making it, and this is the reason I wanted us to just do this one piece at a time. This is the more complex one because these dates and times and numbers are all going to slide around, where the inner pieces are going to be cut and stand alone, and I'll show you what I mean about that just a little later. So we have that attached. So let's go find the ones that we didn't have. Okay, let me detach this. It wanted to pick everything. Isn't that interesting? So let's just ungroup this so I can pick the one I was working on. Let's grab this one. It looks like that's the one we want. I'm going to attach it. So it is its own thing here, and there's nothing else to be seen inside. Okay. So I am going to actually hide this one. So this is the Monday. There we go. And I'm just going to give it a label here. There we go. This is going to be days of the week. And that is so I can find it a little later. Perfect. All right, the next one in, I've got a basic cut here. I'm going to open that one up. Now that is an extra circle on the inside. We don't need to worry about that. I'm going to come to this group next. It has the months all dictated here, and if I go down here, they're all basic cut all the way through here. Well, I don't want those to be a basic cut. What I want these ones to do is, of course, is pen, and we'll go back to the other one in a minute, and I'm just going to leave it at back, and then I am going to group them together. It has it as an ungroup. I'm going to group them together just to make sure they stay in one place. What we want now is a circle that goes through there. So let's just see if we can find it here. Everything's labeled the same. Well, there we go. We have the circle exactly the way we want it. And we have the dates. So I'm just going to grab this together. Now we have the months, and I'm going to click on attach. And this is going to be months of the year. We'll label that one. Everything is in order with that one, so let's just hide it for now. Now I've got another one coming down here. Yes, that's all our numbers. And of course, I want just the numbers selected here. And let's just grab all of those. Let me just scroll up just a tiny bit here. Okay. I will just grab this down here like this. I think I got them all. Yes, I seem to have. I'm going to change from basic cut to pen. And of course, if it's still grouped, I hope. Yes, it is. That's perfect. So now we need a circle to go around this. So I'm going to take a look at another group and see where the circle is. Let's see if I can do this one. Okay, it wants me to ungroup all of this. Now that is the perfect one that we want, is this one. So let me just go up here and ungroup that group so that we have them all together here. Now it shows two circles. Don't worry about it. That's a double cut, and that is fine. So let's see, this one, I'm going to drag it up and out of that group. Okay, let me just close that off for a second. Okay, so perpetual, and this is the spinner on the inside, and that is the one on the outside. That is perfect. So what I want to do is just grab all of those together and attach them. Okay, so we have days of the month, months, days of the week. Perfect. So if I turn these all on, you should be able to see everything. We've got the days of the week. Oh, they're hiding in behind. Okay, let me put days of the month in the bottom. There we go. And the months in between. There we go. We have everything. And of course, with the days of the week, it has the circles that it's cutting. But also this piece right here, I didn't change it. You can go into a group at any time, such as this, and pick the piece you want. Now, I'm not going to open this arrow because it'll show all of the letters that we have, but I'm going to pick it here at the top. It has selected it here. Instead of basic cut, I just want to put pen, and that is it. I'm only making that change. So our days of the week is ready. Our months are ready. And let me just turn that one back on. And that's just an extra piece. And I use all these extra pieces as we're going through. So it looks like our calendar here is all ready to go. One last thing to do, I'm going to grab all of these and I am going to attach them together so everything cuts out as one. So let's go across here. Let's get this to rename. There we go. So this is the date spinners. Perfect. Now, if I had had everything else on top of the canvas, it would have been way too confusing. So we know our date spinners all work. Okay, that is the major thing that we have to do here. So let's go back to upload. And you'll see we've got all kinds of other things going on here. We have some backing spinners, and those go behind the dates. And of course, we also have these, which are the spinner circles. So I'm going to bring those into the canvas, just those two. Now, as you can see, this is all the spinner backing. Let me just grab them one at a time here. There we go. That's a spinner backing, and we're going to do something with that. And these are the ones, this one is going to go in behind the calendar, as you can see here. Let me just move this out of the way, and I'll explain this a little further. Let's bring our numbers back out here. Now, it's one thing to cut out the numbers, and it's another thing to have their backing. So if I line these all up, get everything out of the way here. Let me just grab these. And let's align these center. You'll see the dates disappear. Well, these blue rings are going to go behind the dates. The biggest thing here is you want these in white as well, because when you glue things together, you want them all the same color. So it's saying multiple operation, not to worry about it, but let's go here and it won't let us select the color. So I'm just going to grab this one and open it up in the layers panel. We see all these different circles. So if you see the backing, you see all of these, they should be a white color, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to go on one particular item at a time. And here is one of the circles that we can see in the list down here, and it's the basic cut. I'm going to go Control Z to put it back into place. And if I ungrouped this, let me go through here and ungroup it. I should be able to pick these. Still a group. Let's ungroup it. I'm going to keep ungrouping it until it allows me to pick them one at a time. Will allow me to pick this one. Will it allow me to pick this one? Nope, still grouped. So let's ungroup it one more time. And that looks like it gave me everything I need. So basically what I need is this piece, which is already white, which is fine. And I'm going to click on the next one here. I'm going to change its color to white. Let's go and pick the next ring here and change that to white. And then I'm going to take this ring and change it to white. Now I have another set that is all white, but I want to pick those one in particular. So the first thing I want to do is take this one, slide it out of the way, and I simply want to grab this one, and I am going to group it, and I am going to attach it. So now this is the date spinner's backing, and it went blue. Interesting. Okay, let me make this white. All right, so this is the backing. So let's give it a name. This is date spinner's backing. All right, we have a couple of things now ready to go. We don't have to worry anymore about those date spinners. Those are going to work together. Must have hit a button to get the text. The next one I want to look at here, of course, these are the ridges that fit in between the dates. These are the ones that are going to provide the tracks for the numbers. The numbers are going to go through all of these different tracks. Now, I need 3 of these, and I like them in white. So the first thing I want to do here is change this to white. And I'm going to, are they attached? No, let's attach them together so that they come out the same, and I need 3 of these. So I've got one here. Let's duplicate it a couple of times in the layers panel. 1, 2, and I am all set for the tracks, and I am all set for the spinners. So we still have more, and we're working in Design Space today. So let's go back to our uploads. So we've done these 3. Now we have some fronts and some backs, and we have a total back that you can put at the back if you want to hide the hole through. It is optional, but it's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to grab these 3 backs here, which is great. I'm going to add those to the canvas. And I want these in black, all 3 of them in black. So I'm going to change that color material to black, and I know it's kind of hard and harsh to see when they are all black like that. How about if I make them a gray color, just so you can see a little bit about what we're going to do. I'll make it a light gray. Then you can see the divisions. So what's going to happen is one of these with the holes here is going to be the backing for your spinner, and this one will go on the top, and the backing is optional. So we are all ready with that part of it. Now we're going to get to some of the decorative elements. So let's go back to our uploads, and we have our 2 decorative elements that we are going to take a look at, and we are going to add those to the canvas. Now we have a couple of extra little things happening here. Now this one has a couple of extra little cut lines. Now if I come over here to the group, you're not going to see them specifically. Let me grab this group, but it has a couple little extra lines here, and that is fine because that's how we oriented it and made sure it was going to work. Now this piece is going to be the decorative element right at the front. Now I'm going to ungroup this, and I'm just going to click here, and I think I have to ungroup it one more. So you're going to have 3 pieces here and the front itself. Now these 3 pieces are an important part, and I'm wondering if I have to ungroup one more time. No, I don't. Just have to click away. I have 3 small pieces here, and they are going to form a decorative piece on top of the holes where the spinner is going to come through. Now you can make them any color you want. You can make them the same white, or you can make them something totally different. But those are 3 pieces you're going to need. As far as this goes, you don't need to do anything else. You just know that that's the one that's going to be decorative. Now we have this extra piece here. Let's see. Let me just grab one of those little lines there. I'm going to delete them because we don't need them. Now this is going to be cut from foil. Now that's your foil poster board. It's just easy to, it's called inside front, and it doesn't matter what you call it at this point because this piece is going to go over top of it just like that, so you get us a nice foil background behind it, and it gives more stability, of course, to the top. So we've got those 2 pieces in there, your little decorative pieces. We have 1 more to go. Let's go back to upload. And this is going to be our stand. Let's just click on it and add it to the canvas. Just get these guys out of the way for the time being. Now inside here we have a couple of score lines and some cut lines. So let's take a look at this one right at the top. It's the stand, and we have this basic stand behind, and right above it are our score lines. Because I designed this, you will see the red right here, and those are going to be score lines. And there you go. You have all your score lines set. Everything else is a cut. You want to grab it and attach it. Now, generally, I like this one to be out of the same material as the back, which is a black color, so we can make it this one, of course. Let's see, what did we attach here? We've got... Okay, so those color right here, there we go. We've got the stand here. I'm going to change it to that same gray, and that's just so we know it's going to go on the same board. Now, the biggest issue here is everything's going to cut on a large 12 by 12. So you're going to have lots and lots and lots of mats to cut. So let's come over here and go ahead. You go ahead and save yours. I guess I could save mine as well because it's going to ask me to. I'm going to call it P calendar, and I'm going to put it under, it's not under cards, that's for sure. I think I'm going to put it under my experiments and save it. We have successfully saved. Hit that check mark. Let's go over to make it. Now you'll see it comes up like 10 inches by 10 and a little bit for some of it. So our decorative pieces could go on another one. We've got 3 of those, and you have to have them on separate mats. We know we want them out of white. And then we have, of course, our calendar dates and the backings for those calendar dates. Those are all fine. We have our other elements we want in black. We made them gray, so they will all be in black. So we have black and white. Now here comes some of the interesting things. We have this one, basic cut, and you'll see it's just over 11 and just over 11. And then if we take a look at the next one, you'll see that it is smaller. So this one is going to be your foil paper. Always check to make sure those two, you know which is which. All right, so this decorative one, this is the one you're going to cut out of pattern paper. The number 10 one here, you're going to cut it out of a foil poster board. Now, one last little thing here. We have these 3 little elements on a mat all by themselves. So I'm just going to highlight them all, and I am going to move them so that I can put them on another board that I know has a lot of room on it. And I'm actually going to pick on the one that has the dates in it. Now, I don't want it as, of course, white. Why does it want to pick everything? It just does. Okay, so let's grab this one. I'm holding down my shift key. Let's grab this one and this one. All right, let's move it down to the corner here. And then you can have a sheet that goes in, you know, it's just over 10.5 by 12. And then you can have one small piece of scrap of whatever color you want. Now you may decide you want to have this as part of your foil. So let's move the object one more time, and we know our foil is this one. Let's confirm that. Now they come back in the corner here, so it really doesn't matter because these 3 pieces can be anywhere on here because it's going to be the same material. So let's just grab this one, shift click, and I'm actually just going to put it here because it doesn't matter, that's cut out anyway. So we have on the foil poster board, we've now added our little embellishments on the top. All right, let's go back up to the top here and let's click continue. It's going to come up with the machine that I am using automatically here, which I really, really like. And we are going to be ready to cut. Now, you can pick your craft board here, and for the last piece, you would have to pick here for your foil poster board. So let's go find that foil poster board one that has the 3 pieces in it. Is it this one? Down there it is. So this one, if you don't have anything selected, you could type in foil poster, and it has foil poster board, and it's a Cricut product. So you would click on this one to use on that one. Now I've selected it to go ahead, and it simply uses the fine point blade, and that's going to happen with all of these. It's all fine point blade except this particular one, and of course I'm going to use craft board for that. It asks you for your pen. You can use any color you want. You don't have to use the black, and your fine point blade. All right, your job right now is to get everything cut. Now this will take a little while to do, so we are going to start our assembly tomorrow.